Southwest 1693 St. Louis ground. Taxi ramp via Romeo. Excuse me. Taxi ramp via Delta. Remain this frequency. Cross runway 24.
Taxi to the ramp via Delta will cross before Southwest 1693.
Southwest 1693, welcome to St. Louis International. In Southwest 1693, I show you parked at the terminal. Thank you for flying into St. Louis International today. Have a great Memorial Day, and we'll see you on the next flight.
St. Louis ground, type from ATC. Wait, hold on. St. Louis ground, Southwest 1693 Hudson, IFR, destination Omaha.
Southwest 1659 St. Louis ground is cleared to Epley Airfield, Worley 4 departure, Macon transition, then is filed, climb via the SID, departure frequency will be Unicom 122.8, squawk 3000, squawk 1703 for squawk code.
St. Louis ground, Southwest 1693. Sorry, we got all of that except for the squawk code.
Southwest 1693 squawk code will be 1703, 1703 for squawk.
Southwest 1693.
Southwest 1693 read back correct. Expect runway 24 for departure. Contact me when ready for taxi.
24 for departure, and we'll contact you when we're ready to taxi. St. Louis ground, Eastern 001 radio check.
Eastern 001, hear you 5x5, St. Louis ground.
User joined your channel.
Hey, Mike.
User joined your channel.
What's up?
Hey, we don't use 2-4 for departures at St. Louis, do we?
G4?
2-4. We don't use 2-4 for departures, do we?
Hang on, let me look at the SOP.
I think it's mainly used for GA traffic, but
Yeah, that's what I thought too. And then only sparingly.
yeah.
That's right. Okay, when Southwest comes back, I'll move them over to see, based on winds, 30 left.
Correct, 30 left.
Okay.
And I do need a brief, by the way.
Okay, you ready for it?
Yep.
Okay. Current winds are 240 at 11, gusting 21. I've got Southwest 1693, which has already received its clearance. I'm just waiting on request for taxi, and then Eastern 001, which has contacted me, does not have his clearance yet. He was checking on how I could hear him. Other than that, no planes on ground. Any questions?
What runways are we using for landing and departure?
Departure runways will be 30 left. Arriving runway will be 30 right. Northwest ops.
All right, no questions. My control, Bravo Lima.
Your control, Mike Echo. Ben, I can probably stay on till 4:30 my time, Eastern time. Now I gotta jump off.
Yeah, I don't know how much I'm going to be on today. I'm in Central Time, and so I'll figure I might be on until 4:15-ish, and then I got to get off.
Yeah, I've got in-laws cookout to go to later on, so.
Yeah, I got something of the same.
Yeah. Hey, this Eastern Airlines, his flight plan, he's got MWA, but I don't have that on any transition. The only one I've got close to that is Malden.
St. Louis Ground, Eastern 01, request VFR clearance to Atlanta.
Okay, he's wanting VFR too. Eastern 001, St. Louis Ground, clearance request on standby.
Standby 001.
Okay. Well, departure and center are both offline, so flight following wouldn't necessarily. Well, no. Ask him if he wants flight following.
Okay.
I think that's a mistake, as his cruise altitude is flight level 190, and it has to be in the 500s for VFR.
Good
Okay.
catch, Garrett.
Y'all stop. Eastern 001, do you need a flight following today?
One
Yes,
of
sir,
those
if
is
you don't mind,
wrong.
we'd like a flight following Eastern 001.
Eastern 001, roger. He does want a flight following.
Okay, that's fine. You still need to clear him into the Bravo, and like Garrett said, if he wants to do VFR, he has to be below flight level 180, and it has to be
And the 500.
yeah.
So, like 17,500.
Yep, the highest he can go is 17.5.
Alright. Eastern 001, your flight level for direction flight is invalid. Can you accept flight level 10500?
Was that flight level 10,000, Eastern 01?
If he's going east, it has to be an odd, so either 9 or 11.
Eastern 001, 10,000 is unacceptable. Can you accept 11,500 for flight level?
Yes, sir, we can do that, Eastern 001.
Eastern 001, roger. Okay, he said he can accept 11,500.
Okay, so I'm gonna go through and I'm gonna edit his flight plan 11,500.
Okay, because that's what I was going to do.
Yeah, let me amend that real quick. All right, so he's at 11.5. You still have to clear him into the Bravo.
Right.
That he's gotten him a spot.
And give him a departure frequency and a squawk.
Right, departure frequency would be Unicom since no one else is here.
Yeah.
So, other than that, everything else is on me.
Okay.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Garrett, but I think that's how it is, right?
What?
And
What is
what's
Hello, Garrett's not even paying attention. For VFR into a Bravo, it's squawk code and departure frequency, right? As
yeah.
well as clear.
Right, if they want radar services.
Right, yeah.
MWA, what transition is that?
I don't think it is. I think that's
Just a fixed point.
I think that's a fixed point. It might be a VOR. Hold on, let me check.
Alright.
Also, he's a constellation, so put him into slant alpha. And he hasn't filed anything RNAV, so he has to be slant alpha.
Got it.
And yeah, that first fix is the Marion VOR.
Okay, I knew it looked familiar, but I couldn't think of it right offhand.
Yep.
Alright, I just put Slant Alpha in his. Eastern 001, I have your VFR clearance. Advise ready to copy.
We're ready for that clearance, Eastern 001.
Also, in case a controller does come on, in his scratch pad, put FF for flight follow.
Gotcha.
That's assuming he wanted it. I don't think he wanted it.
Yeah, he did want flight following.
Then yeah, just Forget that part of it.
Got it. Eastern 001 is cleared to Atlanta International Airport. Cleared out of the Class Bravo airspace. Departure frequency 122.8. Squawk 1702.
Am I overthinking this, or is there a initial altitude for VFRs?
Eastern 001.
Sound muted.
Eastern 001, please say again.
No problem, standing by Eastern 001.
Eastern 001, read back correct. Expect runway 30 left for departure. Advise when ready for taxi.
Sound resumed.
Yeah, and then, so
and what was the
you
squawk
want
code
him
again, or
to
do you
be
just
under
want us to
the
do
second ring
1200
of
for
the
Eastern
Bravo.
001?
So since he is going,
Eastern
he's going
001,
to
squawk will be
Atlanta, so
1702.
he is going southeast. So if you see
Right.
there, you have the second ring of the Bravo. It's 8,000 to 3,000. So you
Is it
want to
3,000?
give him VFR at or below 2,900.
Okay, wait. You said second ring, so I'm counting the surface area as the first ring. So would that be the third ring? Second ring.
Oh wait,
floor
nope,
is
it'd
at
be
2,000.
1,900.
Okay, I'll handle that when I get him on tower.
Okay.
No, it needs to be in his clearance into the Bravo. Actually,
Even though it's a VFR clearance?
what?
Yeah. If he doesn't want flight following, you want him to be underneath the first ring outside the surface area.
Right. Okay, I've got that. But he does want flight following, so I don't have to give him any of that because he'll be followed out.
No, you do have to give him that. It doesn't matter if he wants flight following or not. You have to give him that.
Okay.
Right. Because he's VFR, the Class Bravo is structured the way it is to protect VFR and IFR aircraft from each other.
Right.
So in order to assist in the of having issues, you always want to clear a VFR aircraft, flight following or not, out of the Bravo underneath the first shelf outside the surface area. So in that case, it would be like Garrett said, maintain VFR at or below 1,900.
Okay. So do you want to give that to him when I send him over to you, or you want me to give it to him now?
You may as well do it now.
Okay. Eastern 001, do have one correction to your clearance. Advise ready copy.
Alright, we're ready to copy that clearance 001.
Yeah, that should be in his Bravo clearance.
Okay. I'm getting ready to give it to him now. Eastern 001, clearance is the same, except maintain VFR at or below 1900, 1900. Everything else will be the same.
Alright, everything else is the same. We'll maintain VFR at or below 1900 for Eastern 001. And while you're ready, we'd like some taxi clearance here.
Eastern 001, runway 30 left, taxi via Charlie Hotel.
Alright, I think that was 32 left, and we'll taxi via Charlie Hotel, Eastern 001.
Eastern 001, that's correct, and it'll be runway 30 left. Alright, I gave him the rest of the clearance.
Alright, sorry about that, 30 left, 001.
Southwest 1693 St. Louis ground. Correction to departure runway. Expect runway 230 left for departure, not 24. I'm trying to get these two out of here, and then as soon as I get out, I'm gonna have to jump off.
I mean, if Southwest is taking his time, you can always tell him to get in touch with me, or if Garrett wants to come down and take ground.
Okay.
And hey, guys, correct me if I'm wrong, but with this VFR, because I'm so used to doing IFR, I don't get a lot of VFR traffic to work with. Since it is a VFR aircraft, I'm going to be radar identifying them once they're off the ground, correct?
I think that's correct.
No.
Okay.
Since there's nobody on, see, for departures, you
Eastern
just hand them off
001,
to.
contact St. Louis Tower now, 118.50. Have a great flight.
Well, right. The thing was, since he's going to be in my airspace,
Thank you, Honor.
hold on, let me. I'll be right back.
See you out today.
Eastern 001, you too. Have a great Memorial Day. Thank you. Alright, he's coming over to you.
Yep.
So that's what got me confused too. I don't have VFR very often here, and that's what got me mixed up.
For the future, that's what his clearance should consist.
Okay. And that's for any Class Bravo airport, right?
Yep.
Okay.
And for aircraft that don't want flight following, you don't have to give them a departure frequency.
Just omit that part of it, right?
Ben, so
User
he's
joined your channel.
Hey, Ryan. So we were talking, and I couldn't remember if I'm supposed to radar identify VFRs off my field.
What are you working?
Yes,
No, I mean, like, what position are you working?
tower,
But, like, where? What location?
St. Louis, Lambert.
You can. Most don't, though, because usually they're just handed right after departure. But, yeah, I mean, you can save radar contact. If it's a